Hi, hello.
Hello?
Is this Davey?
Yeah, Davey, that's right.
Hey, this is Tommy Bryson. Just want to ask you though, right? Because you're a part of the Patreon. Do you want this call to be
Yeah.
recorded and potentially uploaded to YouTube, or you just want to keep it private?
I don't mind actually. So it's easy.
Okay. All right. Awesome. So this call's gonna be recorded and potentially uploaded to YouTube. How can I help?
Alright, so I just turned like 18 recently. Like I've been like, getting into investing, like been watching a lot of your videos and all that stuff.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to find like advice because I'm like a little lost on like what I should do. Like I've been figuring out like I've been learning about Roth IRAs and like retirement and all this stuff. But like,
Mm-hmm.
what's your take on like what's like the best way for me to start investing? Like I know Roth IRA and like index funds, that's like the best option for the long run, and that's like something that like I'm probably gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
But then like other besides that, what do you think I should do? Like individual stocks or like dividend stocks? Like there's like so many different options.
Do you have any money?
Yeah, I have money saved up, like
How much do you
from
have saved
working.
up?
Like right now, like around like almost 4,000. And
Four
like
thousand
I think
dollars.
on it, yeah, like I don't know like how much I should put in to the stock
Okay.
market and stuff.
How do you get that money?
So that's from working with my dad,
Okay. What do you
and then
do
on my
then?
dad's company. So my dad has like a landscaping business, and then he pays me like cash.
Okay, so it's not even on the books.
Yeah, like what?
It's not on the books. You're just gonna pay cash or whatever, right?
Yeah, yeah. I get paid cash, but then during the summers I work, and then during my breaks I work on my I work in a like construction company, and that's where I
Mm-hmm.
get paid like through checks and stuff.
Okay.
That's how
Okay.
it's done. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're 18 years old. I'm guessing you just graduated
Oh no, I'm still in high school right now. I'm about to graduate soon.
this year or next year.
Oh yeah, yeah. This year.
Okay, awesome. Now, here's the first question I want to answer. It's a question that you didn't ask. Okay, what should be my
Mm.
focus on right now at age 18?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Your
yeah. You're
focus
right.
should be basically on getting a skill. Now, it sounds like you have the skill of landscaping and you have some skill in construction, right?
Yeah.
Now you gotta ask yourself, is that what I want to do? When looking for something, I look for three things: something I like, something I'm good at, and somebody's gonna pay me money. Construction can pay you a lot of money. So can landscaping, depending on how you actually do it. But the answer is that what you want to do?
In the long run, no. Like I like the business side of it. Like with my dad, I help him like when he goes looks at jobs and like gets contracts for like
Mm-hmm.
small projects. Like I
Mm-hmm.
like that aspect of it. Like just like for the pricing and stuff. But I don't like the actual labor. That's not something I wouldn't do long run.
Okay.
Like the
What
business
type
side.
of labor do you like? Because the whole thing with investing is that you do need seed capital. Seed capital is basically the money you make, and then that money go ahead and you put it to work in the market. So what exactly is it that you want to do as far as labor?
Uh, like like what I do with my,
Like
but
for me,
like
for
just
example,
like
right? For me, I went to college for accountant, right? For my fiance, she
uh,
wants to do nursing. Like I also do YouTube and stuff like that, right? Like what do you want to do to actually make money? Are you gonna go to
no,
college after high school?
yeah.
You're gonna get a trade
So
job? What are you gonna do?
like I plan on going on college and like major in business, but then my focus is kind of like in real estate. That's kind of what I want to do.
You found a college that has a focus on real estate?
Yeah, like well, I'm a major probably in business because that's what I got into college for. But like I want to focus on real estate, and like that's like my long run.
Okay. Now my second question is, why did you pick business as a major in college?
Uh,
What was your process like?
just, I don't know, cause like I've been growing up with my dad, and like I just like that business side of it. And, like I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
that's like kind of what like attracts me the most. Like I'm still like maybe like when I'm in college, I might like something else, but I'm still like kind of
Mm-hmm.
needed. So
Mm-hmm.
just like that's like my good feeling like that about I kind of want to do.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing, right? When you go to college, you're gonna have to pay money for it, right? So
Yeah,
it's gonna cost money. You're probably gonna take some student loans out. I don't recommend that. Apply for some
yeah.
scholarships. You pay for it in cash and
I
so on.
don't, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah, I
plan on
agree.
taking student loans like at all. Like I shouldn't be in debt like after college. Like that's something I took into consideration.
Awesome,
Like
awesome.
being in loans, like that's definitely not something I want to do because I know like
Mm-hmm.
how bad that could be for like
For the
for my age and
future.
stuff.
But the
Yeah,
main
yeah,
thing is the main thing is gonna be like if you're gonna go to college for like business administration, most likely, you gotta understand the statistics here. Those degrees usually do not make any money, right? A lot of the times you can't find a job because you can't find someone to hire you based on no experience on about you know how to manage a business.
Yeah.
The more specific you get into, for example, into a major, like when you go into like finance or accounting and things like that, the better off you're going to be. My advice would be, right, I got lucky with college. I didn't do the research just like you didn't. I got lucky. But what I
Mm-hmm.
would do differently is basically I would find out, go to laborstatistics.gov and find out what the best jobs are. Look for something you actually like, you're going to be good at, and it's going to make you money. Once you find a career that's going to pay you a decent amount of money, again, it's an investment. So if I pay you $50,000, I want to make sure I'm getting back a good return every single year on my investment. So you got to find what degree that is. But once you find it, go on YouTube, look up the courses in that degree. That way you can see what it's all about and if you actually like it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Just so I don't waste my time and like so I know what I'm
Yeah,
getting myself into.
exactly.
Yeah, that makes
And
sense. Cause like I kind of like how you were talking about like there's different like categories within business, and like I kind of like finance, and like because I know
that's a
like, there's
great that's
different
a
like
great degree, by the way. Great
yeah.
degree.
I wanted to be like a financial. I don't know if it's like advisors or like there's something like specific jobs. I forgot what the names is. But like yeah, I was also looking into that.
Financial
But like I'm
advisor?
still. I don't know if it's an advisor. Like it's specific. It's like financial advisors that are like private or something. Like that work with
Like
like
you want to do consulting?
yeah. So I don't even know what it's called, but I forgot what it was called. But like I remember like researching that and stuff. And but it's
There
within finance.
yeah, there's two ways to do that. You can either go to college and get a degree in finance, or for example, you can get a license in finance. That way, like it's a lot more easier to go. But research both of them, you know. But again, specific is going to be key here. Now, I want to answer a second question here. How do you pay for college for free, right? Or how do you go to college, like not for free, but graduate debt free, right? The big thing is going to be the first step is go to community college. You're gonna get your general education courses, right? Those credits right there. Usually, when you go into a 4-year degree, you need around 120 credits. The first 60 are just general education. So, for example, if you go to community college first, you get those general education course credits for a very cheap price, right, per credit, because community college. You also have financial aid. You're also paying out of pocket for it while saving up money for college and so on, like real college. Once you get those 60 credits, you transfer over to that 4-year school to do, for example, that finance degree or whatever you want to do. You bring over all those credits, which means now, hey, I only have 60 credits left to actually do in this whole finance thing. But what happened is you got it at a big discount because, as you know, state schools or, for example, private schools are a lot more expensive than community college, right?
Yeah.
But the big thing is while you're in that community college for those first 2 years, right, you're saving up all the money you're making. While you're also there, you're trying out different things, whether it's, for example, is your dad's business or maybe you want to dabble into a real estate office, or for example, you want to do the whole construction thing. You're saving up all that money. So when you do go to college for that finance degree, you can basically say, hey, I'm going to pay for this thing in cash. I also got scholarships. That way can help you out a lot more. So the entire like little guideline is community college first, general education courses. Make sure the college is actually going to transfer those credits over. Once you get there, you just finish that in 2 years or 1 year. If you go, like if you skip summers and all that stuff, and that way you can graduate debt free. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, for me, like right now, like going to 4 year, like with everything I've gotten in scholarships, like I wouldn't have to be paying that much money to like attend a 4 year.
How
And
much
like
money? What do you mean not that much money? How much money are you paying?
like a year, I wouldn't have to pay like that much money, you know?
How much money is it?
I'd be like around like $7,000 to $8,000.
So let's say it was 8 times 4.
Or like 32 and like my whole like experience like going to college.
Yeah,
But
it's a
then
lot of money.
like when talking with my parents and stuff, like my dad was like giving me deals and stuff, like saying like I would like allow you like I would pay for your college if you wanted to, like allow you to pay for like half of your college. You would start to pay me some money back, but he wanted me to make sure that I would like put my hard work into it and stuff, you know?
Yeah,
That's why I'm not
but
waiting.
the thing is, where are you from, man? Like, what's your nationality? Like your parents' nationality?
Oh, they're Mexican.
Okay, my mom is Dominican, right? She
Mhm.
has no idea how college works. Do your parents know how college works?
Yeah, they have sort of an idea. My dad does, but my mom is like, but they're both like, they're not like insanely like educated in like college and stuff.
It's the same process, man. The big difference is basically when you go to community college, right? If they're gonna pay for the whole thing, great, you can graduate debt free. But the thing is, something happens to your dad, a pandemic happens, you can't work anymore, or what's it called? Davey, go ahead and pay your own loans right now, right? Because that's the thing. I don't have the money right now. So the thing is, Dad, I'm still going to college. I'm doing community college first to get those credits for just show them the numbers, right? Whatever college you wanted to go to, look at the credits. Look at the price per credit. Probably gonna be around $400 to $600 to $900, and then go to community college in your area and see the price per credit, like around $200 to $300. It's a big difference, right? So if you get those credits for that much money of a discount, right, and you save up money while you're there, when you go, for example, to the college that you actually want to go to, you can have that money in cash to actually pay for it. So if your dad stops working, anything happens, you're still good to go. You still have the money. It's the same process. You're still going to college. You're not dropping out or anything like that, but you're getting a discount. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I know how community college. Yeah, I know what you mean. Because that's always the safest option to save money.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And what was I gonna ask here? So you already applied for college, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, like I've already gone into colleges. Like I already have the financial side of it. Like my parents, me and my dad have talked about it. Like what's the best options and stuff for me. Like
does the college you want to go to, or any of the college you actually want to go to, do any of them have, for example, a finance course? Like a finance major?
Yeah, like within they have it.
A finance major?
Yeah, they have it. Like they have like schools. You know how like the universities have like, well, like some universities have like 4 different schools, like the business school, and then like within that school, they have the finance. Yeah, that's
awesome.
where they have a finance.
Where you located, man?
I'm in San Jose, like in California.
Awesome. So look, the idea is if you found that college and you can basically do it debt free, awesome. So that means, for example, not depending on your dad, if I'm paying $7,000, I say I'm gonna get a job and make at least $7,000 every single year to pay for college. If you want to do it that way. If you want to do community college route, you can basically do it like a lot more cheaper. It's however you want to do it, right?
The cheapest option.
Yeah, but it's up to you though, right? Because if you want to, if a lot of people aren't like you know, they don't get that many scholarships or have like their parents helping them out. So and you also have, for example, skills already, like the landscape, and also, for example, the construction skills. So if you can do those jobs simultaneously while you're doing the whole college experience thing and you're paying for it in cash, I don't care. What I don't want you to do is to graduate with a massive amount of debt. Even $30,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah, like, cause the big plus for me is that my dad's willing to help me. Like, he's willing to pay for most of my college. That's what like is helping me. But then also like from the money I make working with him, like I can also help him out and stuff. But I know for a fact I wouldn't be in debt like after. I know that's like the last thing.
But remember though, right? Remember though that your dad's income and your income is the same, because you're working for him.
Yeah, no.
So like if his landscaping business stops, you're gonna be in trouble.
And I was talking with my dad and stuff. Like he already has the money set apart, like for like everything, like for my college, because he's been saving for that and stuff. And like,
does he have money else? Does he have money also set apart for emergencies?
Yeah, he has money set apart for emergencies, everything.
Separate?
Like
from your money?
Separate from my money.
Awesome, man. So if that's look, man, that's an awesome plan. You know, if he's gonna help you out throughout the way, and he already has the money there, great. Right, because my big fear is basically your dad, maybe something happens to him, now he can't work, and he's like, I gotta use your money. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be the case in my case, because I talked to my dad, and he already has the money set apart, like, and also
how much does he have? How much does he have set apart?
For my college, or just like in total? I don't know his total bank account, but like I know he has like around like 60,000 like
for you
he could use for my college. Yeah.
For your college fund, he has $6,000.
Yeah, like, or like he has like money saved up, and like he has like 60,000 that he says he's willing to like he could use for my college, but he wouldn't spend all of it.
It doesn't sound like he has money separate for you. It sounds like he has money and willing to separate it for you. Does that make sense? The difference?
Yeah, but then apart from those like the $60,000, he has like his savings account, like other money.
Again,
he has like.
My thing is, I'm being honest here. You don't want to make plans with other people's money, even if they're your parents. You right? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So so whatever your whole like out of pocket cost is going to be, make sure you can pay for that out of your pocket with a separate job or whatever it is. So if it's $12,000, it's like $1,000 a month is what you have to earn, right? It's a little hard to actually, not that hard to earn it that much in college, but you can get that, right? Just don't say, well, that's all it is, man. But
because
go ahead.
Like how you said, if I had to pay with my own money, the schools that I'm looking at, like even if I had to work with my own money, like if I worked like really hard, like I could probably still pay it off, like during the year and stuff. And even if my dad helped me a little bit, like I would still be able to pay it off, because it's not like an insane amount of money because of like all the scholarships I got, and then like
Just run the
financial aid and
numbers.
stuff.
Run the numbers.
Yeah,
Right. This is not like you're not like taking a chance here. You run the numbers. Run the numbers. How much is it gonna cost out of pocket? What's financially gonna cover? What they're not gonna cover? What about my textbook? What about my cost to actually get them? My transportation, my gas, my
yeah, yeah,
car breaks down. All that stuff is on you.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Right. Now to answer the question you came on this channel for, Tommy, what should I be investing into? Right at age 18, the big thing is gonna be yourself. You know,
That's what.
what? Yeah, just yourself. The thing about stocks is that the earlier you start, right, the better off you're going to be. But at your age currently, if you, for example, max out your Roth IRA because you have a job also, right? Great, you're maxing that
Mhm.
out, but you're also going to accumulate debt because there's no way to pay $500. Also, for example, pay off the debt you actually have. If that's possible, you can do both, right? But if it's not possible, your priority should be, hey, I'm going to invest this money in myself. So if in those 4 years, and by the way, if you are a little bit like me, I'd probably go ahead and skip the summer breaks and just go straight through and finish, for example, in 3 years instead of 4. That way, like you're 18 now, you're 21 when you actually graduate. I graduated at age 20, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, 20, something like that. So if you're 21, you graduate with a bachelor's degree, you're good to go. You get an employment, you get a job, you're good to go, right?
Yeah.
And once you get, for example, you're making $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. Well, now you can go ahead and invest as much money as you want to because you have no debt. Your car, when you buy, is going to be paid off also. And the only thing is, hey, I'm going to have to get an apartment. Okay, not that big, not a big of a deal. Get an apartment. If you want to buy a home eventually, you can if you want to, but you have more
Mhm.
freedom. The big problem is
Yeah.
when you try to invest, again, investments are a little bit illiquid. They're very liquid, but if you invest long term, they're illiquid mentally because you're not supposed to sell them, and you know that. But if you get in
Mhm.
trouble or anything happens, you're going to have to sell it. And when you sell it, you're basically cutting off everything. So it might as well just, for example, focus on the important thing, which is just invest in yourself.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. That
That's
makes
all.
sense.
Now tell me about real estate because you said you wanted to get into real estate.
Like uh, for like myself, when you tell me to invest in myself, like something like I want to like focus on doing is like wholesaling real estate. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Yeah, I've have.
Like like yeah, I kind of want to like I like learn about it online, but like I'm trying to just like learn more about it. That way I could like like actually put it into practice and stuff and like see what
Mm-hmm.
I could do with that. And then like
Well.
with my dad, like I help him
Mm-hmm.
like when I know that there's jobs around the area,
Mm-hmm.
and like I just tell them like so we can make contracts for like the property and stuff, like so we can remodel like the backyard
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
then like that's business aspect I like to do.
The big thing is, right, what you're supposed to be doing at this age is just trying to figure out what you like. If you know you're gonna like
Mhm.
finance, if you see some courses online and you like, I actually like this stuff. I like the whole perspective of working in an office, of helping people with their money, being a fiduciary, all that stuff. Okay, great. As far as, for example, like wholesaling, the whole idea is if I have a property, I'm selling for $50,000, but it's worth 65. You say, okay, I want to buy this contract. I'll sell it, for example, to somebody else, and I'll keep the difference of whatever it is, right? That's what you're doing. Now, to do
Yeah.
that, obviously, is in a way,
Uh-huh.
it's like sales, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna take time to find those deals. So it's
Yeah.
kind
It
of like a
takes
full
time.
time job, you know what I mean? And it also fluctuates. Again, your priority should be, if you're gonna go to college route, right? Your priority should be, hey, I want to make money to pay this off. You can try the whole wholesale thing, but again, most likely it might not make you enough money starting out like ASAP to like cover your costs. You can probably build
Yeah.
up to that, but if it isn't and you try it out, I like it, I don't like it. All right, let me just go back to a normal job or just do both. It's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And by the way, what made you think about like picking stocks and so on? What made you think about that?
Like this young.
Yeah.
Just I don't know, cause like I've always been into like money, the money side of things, and I was like I watched my dad grow up and like he later on started making money until like he was later on. So
Mm-hmm.
then like now that I'm young and like I have all these resources, he always tells me like yeah do what you want. Like I've like always liked stocks, cause like taking classes in high school and stuff. So like
Mm-hmm.
I was just wondering like how could I invest into that and like seeing that. But now that he told me to invest in myself, that also is like a big part of it.
Mm-hmm. When the time comes, Davey, the big thing is gonna be basically when you wanna like invest into stocks, you either do, for example, passive investing, which is basically like more index fund ETF. But if you want to do, for example, like picking stocks, I recommend two books. The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham, and also, for example, Security Analysis by Benjamin Graham and David Dodd. Now, you can read these books now and have, for example, like a little paper portfolio to like keep working with and like practicing and so on. So you can build it up as you keep, for example, like learning more about it. But it takes a lot of work. So be prepared to
Yeah.
like read financial statements for like 4 to 8 hours every single day. That's what long-term
Yeah.
what picking stocks is like.
Yeah. Well, like I wouldn't want to do like day trading or any of that. I'm just like
Yeah.
I like index one-sided part, like where it's like a long term. I just leave my money
Yeah.
there and like it grows time and I get a return. Cause like I've been reading like The Intelligent Investor, like
Awesome.
I'm like halfway through it, and
Awesome.
like yeah, I like the index one because like I wouldn't be the type to like do
Read
like
all
the
that stuff,
stocks or
right?
cause like I don't even see the point of that. Like it seems very complicated to me. Like I really just like
Yeah.
index ones seem like cool on me. Like how like when I'm older and stuff, like I have all this
Mm-hmm.
money, it's like guaranteed like 7% return and all that stuff. So it's like that'd be the
Yeah.
best option.
By the way, it's not 7. It's more like 8 to 10 now.
Oh yeah, 8 to 10. Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll make a lot of money. The big thing is like being honest with yourself, and that is very hard for a lot of people, and you just were, and it'll either click for you or it won't. When I read it, it clicked. I tried it. I made money. But now today, I know for a fact what that takes is basically 8 hours of work. Do I want to do that? I can't be like a full-time like teacher on YouTube and all that stuff. Also being a full-time like investor, also being a full-time all this stuff, right? It's just too much. So for me, I'm more like you. Like I just do like the whole ETF and index fund. I get my average return. That money grows over time. Is gonna be there for a long time. While I'm on the side, I'm like doing other business and so on. That's the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like similar to me. That's kind of what I want to do. Just like I wouldn't do the like where you spend your whole time like focusing on the stocks. Just leave my money there and like
Yeah.
it'll grow over time. Like because I don't really care like about like the daily stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So my advice would be this, man. As far as like if you have like a Robinhood account, you have any of those things, just like put all those things on pause, or maybe just delete them for now. And when it comes to like the whole FOMO that's probably gonna develop in you, like fear of missing out. Oh my gosh, they made this much money or that much money. Just focus on what you're doing. In 3 or 4 years, I'll be a financial advisor. I'm also, for example, working on myself. I have my own like little business with my dad. I'm also working on construction, just like figuring it out. I'm gonna graduate debt free. And remember, bro, like you're gonna see on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, all these things, a bunch of like 19-year-olds or 20-year-olds or 18-year-olds like you saying like, I make this much money, I do this, right? But the whole
Yeah.
thing is long term. How long will
Yeah,
that make the
but-
money for? We don't know, right? So the goal is work on yourself. Don't compare yourself to anyone. Don't feel like you're not doing enough. As long as you're working towards your own track and getting better, you're solid, okay?
That sounds good.
All right, brother. You have any more questions?
What was I asking? Wait. So for my age, do you think I should still open like a retirement account this early?
No, not really. I mean, if you again, right, you can if you want to. The only way I would do it is this, honestly, right?
Do my job or like, what do you recommend? Like,
When I was in college, right, I had a job, for example, as a work study. That made me around like $1,000 to $1,200 a month. I was flipping phones that made me, for example, $300 to $500 a week. I was working at the Gap, maybe like around $500 or $700 bi-weekly. So I had a decent amount of money coming in, right? Plus YouTube and all that stuff. The big thing was, back then, easily, I could pay for my school, right? Graduate debt free, while I was also investing into my Roth IRA. If you can do that, great. If you can't do that, the answer is just focus on paying for school. The priority is paying for school. Whatever is left over can be put in, for example, towards your investment if you actually want to. Does that make sense?
yeah. So just focus on like being debt free first, and then like the rest,
Yeah, bro. Because the thing,
then that's the investments.
yeah, because the thing is this, right? What okay, say for example, when you graduate, so you're 21 years old, right? When do you plan to retire? Like, how long do you want to work for?
Like probably like 50, maybe less. I don't know. I wouldn't want to retire like insane. Hey, I don't know though. Yeah, it depends what I'm doing. If I like my job at the time.
Yeah, if you like your job, bro, the big thing most likely is you're never gonna want to retire, right? For me, I'm never gonna retire from YouTube. But let's say, for example, like okay, I'm you, right? My name is Davey, and I basically just graduated. I'm gonna make $60,000 every single year now. Let's say that's post-tax, okay? Now I'm gonna start investing with $0, but I'm going to go ahead and basically max out my Roth IRA, which is $6,000 every single year. I'm also gonna max out, for example, my 401k or my Roth 401k, which is around $19,500. So now we're at around $25,000 a year, right? And by the way, that's not half of what you make, right? Like almost half. Like you're investing like around maybe around 45 to 40%, right? If you were to invest that much money, let's say by the time you turn 31, which is basically in 10 years, after you actually graduate, debt-free and all that stuff, how much money do you think you'd have? Take a guess.
Oh, like in my Roth IRA?
No, your Roth IRA combined with your Roth 401k, you're going to be investing $25,500 every single year between both of them. How much money do you think you're going to have?
What age did you say?
At a 10% return. So you graduated at 21, right? 10 years later, you're 31. How much money do you think you're going to have in 10 years at a 10% return investing that much money? Take a guess.
I don't know. Like that seems like I don't know, like 500,000 maybe.
$447,000. And you just turned 31.
Oh, that's a lot.
That's a lot of money, right? On top of that, that's not including that basically this still leaves you with extra money to go ahead, for example, save for emergencies. So you have that money aside like your dad does. On top of that, also save for a down payment for a home and pay it off early. So the way I do real estate is I follow the 33% rule, which basically means when I buy a property, it cannot exceed more than 33% of my monthly income, including the mortgage, the taxes, insurance, HOA fee, the maintenance, everything together cannot exceed more than 30% of my monthly income. I also would get it, for example, on a 15-year mortgage. The goal is, for example, to own a property, not to finance it for the rest of my life, right? If you do this, right, you should still have extra money left over even after investing all this money. That extra money you can go ahead and put it towards the mortgage, right? This means that around, depending on how much you actually pay, you'll be done, for example, in around 7 to 10 years with that property. So now you don't just have, for example, $447,000, but you also have that much money, plus your property is paid off and your shelter costs, right? You have no mortgage no more. So all this money now is just yours. If you want to go ahead and invest more, great. If you want to give more money to your family, that's great. You want to give it to the church, that's great. Whatever you want to do, you can do it if you want to. Does that sound good?
Yeah, yeah,
and that's all it is, and that's like basically like this is if you do things correctly, and that's just basically just with the retirement accounts. And I recommend when you get a job, ask for a Roth 401k. That way, when you max that out, all that money is being invested post-tax. You'll have all that money 100% tax-free in the future also. And you can always roll that money over into your Roth IRA when you actually leave that job, if you ever do leave that job. And if you got, for example, $447,000, bro, and you follow the 4% rule, and you take out 4% of your money every single year so you don't run out of money, right? Because if you make 10%, which is around like $47,000 every single year, but you only take out 4%, the answer is you're not going to run out of money for a very long time. You get to having passive income around $17,000. Divided by 12, that's around $1,500 every single month almost, right? So you're getting $1,500 in passive income every single month. But again, you don't have a mortgage.
Yeah, it's just like free.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like you have three things to take care of, right? You have the taxes, obviously, that never gonna go away. Maintenance always there, obviously. Transportation, your car is paid off, so just insurance. Your food, if you want to buy whatever food you want to eat fancy every day, you want to go to Starbucks, you want to get extra guac, whatever you want to do, you can do it if you want to. And utilities, But after that, your expenses are ridiculously low. So whatever money you actually make from your job, all that money is yours to do whatever you want with it. Does that mean investing more? Yeah. Does it mean giving more money away? If you want to, whatever you want to do. It's just a lot better life. But if you say, okay, Tommy, I'm going to pick this stock, I'm going to pick that stock, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do all this stuff, right? The answer is when that time comes when you're 31, and things pass really quickly, by the way, will you be in the same place? I don't know. Just take it step by step. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all it is, brother.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, man. You have any more questions?
No, that's pretty much it, actually.
All right, was this helpful?
This helped me a lot.
Okay, bro. So just so you know, right, because you are a part of the Patreon, you can always, for example, set up an appointment. Appointments, for example, don't have to be recorded. So if you ever have, for example, like a personal thing you want to talk about, or whatever, it doesn't have to be recorded. Upload it to YouTube. You can always just say, hey, I want to talk about this. No recording, no camera, and you're good to go. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, brother. I'll see you next time and have fun. Okay. Remember, invest in yourself first, and then worry about everything else later.
All right, then. Sounds good. Thank you, bro.
All right. Peace out, bro. All right, guys. So that right there was actually Davey, right? It reminds me a lot of this old guy that I used to know back in the days. That was his name, Davey. But guys, overall here, right? 18-year-old trying to figure out, what do I invest into? If you're trying to max out, right, your Roth IRA at that point because you have a job, it's great. You know, you have a lot of money eventually in the future, but the answer is, if you just wait a little longer, and you're, for example, just a little bit more patient, and you wait until you have, for example, a lot more money, but you also graduate, for example, debt-free, it just frees up a lot of your income to go ahead and do exactly what you want to do when you actually want to do it. Patience is a virtue. Patience is very hard, especially when you have, for example, instant gratification on your left, also on your right, and also right in front of you, right? This guy made this much money. You make this much money. I want that money you got also, right? But it's all about being patient and following your own trail. I wanted to also do, by the way, finance when I was in college, you know, but I picked accounting because that's all they offered in my college, and was on this transfer. Like, I don't really want to go to college anymore. So I just finished that degree. Took me like an extra year or whatever it was. And then boom, I was done with that, you know? But overall, when you pick a degree like that, guys, one, you have great job prospects. You make a lot of money, a decent amount of money, great benefits. You invest a lot of money, you're good to go. It doesn't take that much work. It just takes, for example, a lot of consistency, hard work, and dedication. That's all it is, you know? A little hard work, elbow grease, and dedication. That's all it is, okay, guys? I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. As always, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified. And if you want to join me on my next call, well, all calls are free, so feel free to actually call me. Schedule a call, link down below, from Monday to Friday. Link down below on how to schedule a call to come on the channel and talk to me directly. I also have 2 other channels, links down below. I'll see you over there. Subscribe over there. Also, links down below. On top, also follow me on Instagram, Bryson. And before I go, guys, as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. And as always, peace.